Good morning, dear students. So, last class we studied about VSEPR theory and also describe what are the shapes of some simple molecules. And here now we are going to discuss a new concept, new portion of chemical bonding, that is hybridization. So what is hybridization? So hybridization means the intermixing of atomic orbitals. So first you think, so generally we have discussed that when a covalent bond is formed, generally the atoms which contains the unpaired electrons that form bond pairs with the surrounding atom, or the unpaired electrons among atom are responsible for the bond formation. If the unpaired electron or the single electrons are responsible for bond formation, then if we write the electronic configuration of carbon, that will be 1s2, 2s2 and 2p2, that means 2px1 and 2py1. So it has two unpaired electrons. In this way, carbon should form only two bonds. But actually, the carbon should bond only two covalent bonds. But we know in different compounds like methane, carbon tetrachloride, etc., the carbon has four. Valency is four. Its covalency is four. It shares its four electrons. But actually we know which contains unpaired electron, that form bond. If that will form bond, then it should have two bonds. But actually this carbon form four bonds. It forms four bonds. Its covalency is four. Then how it is possible? So it is possible if one electron from this 2s orbital get excited to the 2p orbital. So what happens in the ground state? The electronic configuration of carbon is like this, but in excited state, the electronic configuration of carbon become 1s2, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. So if we write the electronic configuration first like this, it will remain a 2p. It has same energy. This 2p, these 3p orbitals have same energy. So this is the 2s orbital, this is 1s orbital, this is the 2p orbital. And again, if one electron is excited from this s to this p orbital, now the electronic configuration becomes like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. In this way it has 4 unpaired electrons. It forms 4 bonds. Next, if it forms 4 bonds, look here, and a bond is generally formed according to the valency bond theory. A bond is generally formed by overlapping of atomic orbitals. So there are 3 types of atomic orbitals. One is s orbital and there are 3 p orbitals. If the hydrogen, the hydrogen has electronic configuration 1s1, so it has one unpaired electron in s orbital, so it has s orbital. So one s orbital combines with one overlap with 2s orbital of carbon, and one s orbital of hydrogen combined with these p orbitals, its p orbitals. So in this way, one time it combines with overlap with s orbital, and another way it overlaps with these p orbitals. If this type of overlapping takes place, then the extent of overlapping is different and the bond lengths are also different. So if this type of bond lengths are different, so then how you can determine the bond angle? So you cannot determine the bond angle also easily, because one is overlap with S and another overlap with. So to overcome this problem, another concept arises, that is known as your hybridization. So hybridization means the intermixing of all the orbitals which have nearly same energy or equal and nearly similar energy or nearly equivalent energy, and mixture of all the orbitals nearly having same energy and give rise to other orbitals which have same energy and same shape, equivalent energy and equivalent shape. Okay, so this is known as your hybridization, and due to this hybridization, as all the orbitals are of similar shape and of equivalent shape and equivalent energy, in this way when bond is formed after the hybridization of atom, then the bond angle now becomes equal and the bond length becomes equal. So this is the hybridization. And what are the conditions for hybridization? So condition for hybridization is that only the atomic orbitals of one atom take part in the atomic orbitals of one atom. Generally the valency shell orbitals of one atom take part in hybridization. That is not with other atoms. The hybridization of atomic orbitals of one atom and orbitals of another atom do not undergo hybridization. And the hybridization always takes place in the orbitals which have nearly same energy. If there is a large energy gap difference, then the hybridization do not take place. Okay, in isolated atom, no hybridization takes place. When a compound is formed, generally the hybridization takes place. And remember, this hybridization is totally theoretical concept. Okay, it is only helpful to explain the shape of molecules and the shape of molecules, their bond lengths, bond angles, etc. Then what are the characteristics? So the orbitals which undergo hybridization, that are called hybridizing orbitals, and what orbitals are formed, that are known as your hybrid orbitals. So what are the characteristics of these hybridization? So how many number of orbitals take part in hybridization? That is equal to the number of hybrid orbitals formed. So number of hybridizing orbitals should be equal to the number of hybrid orbitals. And all the hybrid orbitals have equal shape and energy. And being so the hybrid orbitals generally they form stronger bond than that of pure atomic orbitals. And another thing, being similarly charged, the electron clouds of different orbitals want to remain far apart from each other. In this way, it gives a particular shape to the atom or to the molecules. Okay, and they form more stronger bond than that of pure atomic orbitals. And not only the orbitals which contain single electron undergo hybridization, some orbitals contain paired electrons that also undergo hybridization. Okay, so this is some idea about hybridization. So first write down what is hybridization, its condition and characteristics, and later we will discuss the different types of hybridization. So hybridization may be defined as the intermixing of atomic orbitals of nearly equal energy, so nearly equal energy, which intermix with each other to form new orbitals of equivalent shape and equivalent energies. Okay. Next, what are the orbitals which take part in hybridization are called hybridizing orbitals, and the orbitals formed after hybridization are known as hybrid orbitals or hybridized orbitals. And what are the conditions? So only the orbitals belonging to the same atom take part in hybridization. Only one atom, the valency shell orbitals of one atom generally take part in hybridization. In some cases, the inner orbitals also take part, not the all orbitals. Okay. Next, the orbitals that participate in hybridization should have small energy difference, that is between 2s2p, between 2s2p or 3s3p, in some cases 3d, okay, between 4s3d. So in this way, which have nearly same energy gap or very less energy gap in between the hybridization takes place. But the hybridization between 1s orbital and 2p orbital, there is the large energy gap 1s and 2p. So in that case, no hybridization takes place. Small energy difference, in that case, the hybridization of orbitals takes place. Next, promotion of electron is not an essential condition. Is not an essential condition prior to hybridization. Always is not necessary that electron promotion is required. In some cases, without promotion of electron, the hybridization takes place. And it is not necessary that only the half-filled orbitals take part in hybridization. In some cases, the full-filled orbitals also take part in hybridization. In some cases, the empty orbitals also take part in hybridization. Okay, but when a bond is formed, according to valency bond theory, when a bond is formed, the covalent bond is formed, generally the orbitals which contain half-filled electron or half-filled orbital, the orbitals which are half-filled, generally the overlapping of that orbitals takes place to form a bond. But here it is not necessary that only half-filled orbitals participate in hybridization. In some cases, even the filled orbitals may participate in hybridization. So note down these hybridization and conditions for hybridization. So after this, next note down what are the characteristics of hybridization. So note down the characteristics of hybridization. So hybridization never takes place in an isolated atom. It occurs only when the atom is to take part in bond formation, and the number of hybrid orbitals is equal to the number of atomic orbitals take part in hybridization. And hybrid orbitals are always equivalent shape and energy. The hybrid orbitals are more effective in forming stable bonds because the extent of overlapping is maximum than the pure atomic orbitals. And the hybrid orbitals are directed in space in some preferred directions to have stable arrangement. As the electron clouds, they repel each other. In this way, they have the stable arrangement. So they directed in space in different arrangement. The observed shape of a covalent molecule can be predicted from the type of hybridization. It is hybrid orbitals because the hybrid orbitals generally form sigma bond. So note down these points. Okay. So next come to what are the different types of hybridization. So after that come to the different types of hybridization. Next come to different types of hybridization. So depending upon the type of orbitals and the number of orbitals take part in hybridization, this hybridization is classified into different types such as sp hybrid orbitals, sp2 hybridization, sp3 hybridization, sp3d hybridization, sp3d2 hybridization, and sp3d3 hybridization. Depending on how many number of orbitals and what are the orbitals take part in hybridization, this is classified into different types. Along this, there are some other hybridizations are also there, that is dsp2 and dsp3 and d2sp3 and d3sp3. These are also some hybridization, and all these hybridization we will tell about this. So today here we are going to do some simple hybridizations. So first come to sp3 hybridization. So when one s orbital, that is one s orbital not oneness. When one s orbital and 3 p orbital of an atom get intermixed, it gives rise to sp3 hybrid orbitals. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Look here, 1 s orbital plus 3 p orbitals along x-axis, along y-axis, and along z-axis. So when these orbitals they get intermixed and it gives rise to 4 equivalent orbitals like in this way 4 equivalent orbitals. So all these orbitals have equal shape and equal energy. So you know between this 1s and these 3p orbitals, it has higher energy than this, but when they intermixed, it gives you 4 hybrid orbitals which have equivalent shape and energy. And now these 4 orbitals, they directed in space in such a way so that they want to remain in 3-dimensional way, so that they make an angle of 109 degree 28 minute and they have a tetrahedral structure. So now these orbitals they remain, look here like this. This is the one orbital, this is another hybrid orbital, and this is another hybrid orbital, and this is another hybrid orbital. In this way there are four hybrid orbitals, and when we measure the angle between these hybrid orbital and these hybrid orbital, the angle between these two hybrid orbital is 109 degree 28 minute. 109 degree at 28 minute. Okay, so and all have the equivalence. So when we join all the apexes of these hybrid orbitals, then it gives a tetrahedral structure. So as it gives a tetrahedral structure, this type of hybridization is called tetrahedral hybridization. This is called tetrahedral hybridization because its shape is tetrahedral in nature. And here each hybrid orbital has 25% S character and 75% P character. Okay, 75% P character. So when methane forms molecule, this type of hybridization takes place. So look here, so methane has also this type of arrangement, and this methane has this type of arrangement, and each orbitals contain one unpaired electron and that overlap with one electron of hydrogen. In this way it forms CH4 molecule having bond angle 109 degree 28 minute. So first note down the points and later we'll discuss some examples. So different types of hybridization sp3, when one s orbital and 3 p orbitals belonging to the same cell of an atom mixed together to form 4 equivalent orbitals. The type of hybridization is called sp3 hybridization, and the hybrid orbitals are called sp3 hybrid orbitals. And what are the characteristics? So these are directed towards the 4 corner of a regular tetrahedron. So when we join all these points, what is the shape we get? That is called a regular tetrahedral structure. Okay, so the hybrid orbitals make an angle of 109 degree 28 minutes. So angle between between this orbital, or this orbital, this orbital, or this orbital, this orbital. The angle between any two hybrid orbital is 109 degree 28 minutes, and each sp3 hybrid orbital has 25% S character and 25% P character. Okay, so note down this. Then here we will discuss some examples. Examples. So the carbon atom in methane, in ethane, ammonia, in ammonia, so nitrogen in ammonia, and oxygen in water undergo this type of hybridization. So all these undergo this type of hybridization. Let us take the example of formation of methane molecule. Formation of methane molecule. So carbon has electronic configuration. The electronic configuration of carbon, 1s2, 2s2 and 2p2. If we write in box diagram according to Hond's rule, so 1s2, 2s1, 2px1, 2. So according to Hond's rule, we can write 1s2 and 2s. This is 2p. So in 2s, this is like this. So this is in ground state. In ground state. In ground state. So the ground state configuration is 1s2, this is 2s and this is 2p. But what happens? So to make 4 electrons unpaired, 4 unpaired electrons, 1 electron from here is excited to the promoted to here in excited state. So in excited state, what happens? This 1 next to the inner shell electron remain as such, and 2s, this is 2p. So 1 electron from this s orbital is excited to this 2p orbital. Now all these atoms, so s and 3p, so this 2s and the 2p of the same cell, they get intermixed with each other to form sp3 hybrid orbitals. sp3 hybrid orbitals. And hydrogen has electronic configuration. So in this way, and hydrogen has electronic configuration 1s1. It has 1s orbital. So the electronic configuration this one, in ground state the electronic configuration like this, and in excited state this one. So hydrogen has 1s. So these 4 hybrid orbitals forms 4 sigma bonds with 4 hydrogen atoms. Okay, so 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals form 4 sigma bonds with 4 hydrogen atoms by overlapping with 1s orbital of hydrogen atom. So in this way, as it has sp3 hybridization and all contain the single electron, so this methane molecule has the sp3 hybrid orbitals. The lower lobes are generally not represented. For simplicity, for the sake of convenience, this is the sp3 hybrid orbitals, and among the sp3 hybrid orbitals, each hybrid orbital now contain 1 electron each. Now this hydrogen, which has again 1 electron, it is paired up with here, and which contain paired up here, and here another s orbital, and here another s orbital. In this way, this is hydrogen, and this is the carbon atom. And if we arrange, then C, H, H. In this way, it remains. And the bond angle between any HCH bond angle HCH bond angle 109 degree 28 minute. So the bond angle HCH bond angle HCH bond angle 109 degree 28 minute. And the similar structure is also for the same structure is also for carbon tetrachloride. And when we consider about the formation of ethane, ethane also in this the same way, the same electronic configuration of in this phase ethane takes place. But what happens? One sp3 hybrid orbital of one carbon atom overlap with sp3 hybrid orbital of another carbon atom to form sp3 sigma bond. Here the sigma bond is sp3s sigma bond. So 4 sp3s sigma bond is formed. The sp3 orbital of carbon and the s orbital of hydrogen. So in this is one sp3s sigma bond, sp3s sigma bond, sp3s sigma bond, sp3s sigma bond. And the bond angle between these two, although it looks like an acute angle, but actually the bond angle is here 128 minutes. In between this and this also this one, and between this and this also same, between this and this also same. In all cases the bond angle is 109 degree 28 minutes. And there are 4 sp3s sigma bond in case of methane. But when we consider, so you draw this diagram, write down this and draw this diagram. Next, from this I want to explain another molecule, that is for ethane. The formation of methane molecule. Next come to formation of ethane molecule, that is C2H6. In C2H6 ethane also the carbon atom undergo sp3 hybridization. So next we have to write down for ethane molecule the electronic configuration of carbon in ground state configuration, excited state configuration, and hydrogen. Okay, so in this way. Now what happens? So one sp3 hybrid orbital of one carbon atom overlap with sp3 hybrid orbital of another carbon atom. Look here. So this will remain like this. This is the sp3 hybrid orbital of one carbon atom, and this is sp3 hybrid orbital of another carbon atom. This is the sp3 hybrid orbital of another carbon atom. So now they all contain one electron. All contain one electron. This sp3 one sigma bond is formed. This is one carbon. This is one carbon. Now all the hybrid orbitals now contain one electron each. As they contain one electron each, they overlap with 1s orbital of hydrogen, 1s orbital of hydrogen, 1s orbital of hydrogen, 1s orbital of hydrogen. In this way. So this is hydrogen, 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 and hydrogen. And remember, hybrid orbitals always form the sigma bond. So in this is carbon, carbon, the sigma bond, and H, H, H remain like this. So in ethane, so here 1 sp3 sigma bond between two carbon atoms, and 6 sp3s sigma bond between carbon and hydrogen, between carbon and hydrogen. Okay, and here also the bond angle is similar 109 degree 28 minutes. Okay, next come to another example. Next come to another example, formation of ammonia molecule. In ammonia molecule, the electronic configuration of nitrogen 1s2 2 2s2, 2p3. So, in ground state, so that is 1s2 and 2s and 2p. This is 2s and 2p. In 2p, 3 electrons present. In nitrogen, there is no d orbital. As there is no d orbital, excitation of this electron cannot take place. In this way, here one s orbital and 3 2p orbitals of nitrogen get intermixed to give 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. And in excited state, it becomes 1s2, same 2s and 2p. Here no excitation or no promotion of electron. Here no promotion of electron. No promotion of electron takes place. Okay? And it undergo sp3 after this excitation. It undergo sp3 hybridization. It undergo sp3 hybridization. So all these hybrid orbitals have equivalent shape and energy, but among them one contain lone pair of electrons and 3 contain unpaired electrons. So one sp3 hybrid orbital contain paired electron, that is unshared pair electron, and other three contain unpaired electron. This unshared pair electron contained by one and unpaired electron. So the orbitals which contain unpaired electron, they overlap with 1s orbital of hydrogen atom to form 1s orbital of hydrogen atom to form the sp3s sigma bond. So in this way, there is one paired electron and there are 3 unpaired electrons. Okay, so here it overlap with hydrogen. And now here these are bond pair electrons and this is lone pair of electrons. And again from BSc pair theory, the lone pair bond pair repulsion greater than the bond pair repulsion. So in this way, the bond angle is squeezed and the bond angle becomes 107 degree. And the bond angle becomes 107 degree. So here the bond angle between this to this, it becomes 107 degree. Or we can write, this is the pair of electron and H like this. So here this is 107 degree. So note down these points. So here one promotion electron takes place, one sp3 hybrid orbital contain paired electron and other 3 contain unpaired electrons. So the hybrid orbitals which contain unpaired electron overlap with 1s orbital hydrogen atom to form 3 sp3s sigma bond. So this is the 3 sp3s sigma bond and again the lone pair, so one lone pair present and 3 bond pair present. Again the lone pair repulsion is greater than the lone pair bond pair repulsion and the bond angle decreases and become 107 degree. So write down this and draw these pictures for explaining the shape of ammonia molecules. Next come to formation of water molecule. So here the central atom is oxygen. So electronic configuration. Electronic configuration of oxygen, that is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p4. So in ground state 1s2 and for 2s, and this is for 2p. This is 2s and 2p here, 2, 3 and 4. So 2 electrons in this way. In excited state, the same configuration, because oxygen has also no d orbital. In this way, promotion of electron here is also not compulsory. Here promotion of electron do not take place. So no promotion of electron. Now so these orbitals are different and they overlap. They intermix. All the orbitals intermix to give sp3 hybridization. So they undergo sp3 hybridization. So among the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, among the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, 2 orbitals contain lone pair electrons, 2 orbitals contain lone pair electrons, while 2 orbitals contain unpaired electrons. Unpaired electrons. So 2 orbitals contain lone pair and 2 contain unpaired electrons. The hybrid orbitals which contain unpaired electron overlap with oneness orbital of hydrogen to form 2 sp3s sigma bond. Okay, again LP repulsion greater than LP-BP repulsion greater than BP-BP repulsion. So lone pair repulsion greater than lone pair bond pair repulsion greater than bond pair repulsion. In this way, angle is decreased. In this way, angle is decreased and become 104 degree 5 minute or 104.1 and become 104.5 degree. So in this way, this is the hybrid orbitals. This is the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, and among the 4, 2 contain lone pair electron and 2 contain single electron. 2 contain single electron, 2 contain lone pair electron. Here hydrogen, this is oxygen, and the overlap in this form. So here is oxygen, the lone pair of electron, and another lone pair of electron, and hydrogen. Just we have shifted this, and this angle between them is equal to 104.5 degree. 104.5. Okay, so this is about some hybridization, and what is hybridization and what are the types of hybridization. Next, examples of some sp3 hybridization. Okay, next class we will discuss some other types of hybridizations.